So QD-OLED prices this year, 2023, might actually be higher than we thought they were going to be. Smack a like on this video, subscribe, and join the journey, and let's get started without wasting any of your time. So simply put, a new report came out that showed that the reason why the TVs like the Samsung S95B were so affordable, and by affordable, I mean like a 55-inch quantum dot OLED, which is like state-of-the-art cutting-edge technology, was going for like $14.99, especially on sale. So why did that happen? Well, it had everything to do with supply issues. For the most part, Samsung couldn't get its displays shipped properly, and that led to a lack of inventory. And of course, they couldn't move any units either because, well, they didn't have enough. And so this led to like a little bit of a lapse in their production. And they couldn't really get enough word out, apparently, to the point where they had to just cut their losses and start selling them cheap. But that suggests that 2023, we're going to start seeing an increase, which I believe personally is why they needed to make an S90C this year and an S95C. Because, well, yeah, the S95C is going to be absolutely incredible. Not everybody might be able to afford that, and so they have the S90C to kind of answer that. My immediate concern with these kinds of things is always going to be, how badly did we get like switched, if you will? Now, if you watched a prior video where I showed you that in the NVIDIA drivers that my Samsung S95B is actually labeled as an S90B, which kind of makes me feel like this is kind of something that they were planning from the beginning. So I don't know how much of this I buy of it being like a shortage issue thing. I feel like they were just testing the market, if I'm being like myself and really analyzing this correctly, right? It feels like they've monitored the situation, they saw demand for QD-OLED, they know they can sell it. And I imagine now the price points are going to go up to where we'll be a lot closer to, well, over $2,000 even for a 55-inch. But I don't know, it seems like this whole market trend of like blaming the supply issues and like pretending like that's why prices need to be cut and things like that, I really just feel like it's not as popular as they thought it would be. You see, they came out with this cutting edge technology, right? And they thought, oh my God, we've got a golden goose, but then realized inflation hit everyone and nobody's really buying that much that fast. And the people that are great, wonderful, but like for the most part, people are hunkering down and being careful. Now, that doesn't mean that people aren't buying and aren't encouraged to buy. But at the same time, that does account for Samsung's losses, especially when you consider when you talk about a 65-inch, it's closer to $3,000 than not. Sony, 55-inch all day, every day, you're paying upwards of like $3,000 or whatever. Like it's to the point where it's just ridiculous in some of these cases. And so I can totally see how that is not exactly as popular as, oh, let's say an LG C2, which for $1,200 you get a fantastic TV, and it makes sense. Is it the cutting edge technology? No, especially people who can find deals. Like I've seen $1,100 for an LG C1 55-inch. Is that like cutting edge technology? No, QD-OLED is better, but at the same token, you have to start asking yourself the question, is my C1 so bad that I need to throw it in the garbage and buy the QD-OLED? Of course not. Never in a million years. In fact, my last video just showed you how good it can produce certain colors in low-lit scenes, matching and even surpassing what QD-OLED can do, which then raises the question, well, if you can get a good deal for about $1,100, why would you pay more? Most people arrive at the same conclusion. You wouldn't. But that doesn't mean that QD-OLED is just dead in the water, because I truly believe in this technology and think it has room to grow. But it'd be very interesting to see what these prices come out at. Now, I'm going to be watching this and keeping an eye on it the entire step of the way, so definitely subscribe, keep it locked, and as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty. Till the next video, I'll see you guys later.